If you ask most collectors, they will probably tell you that they prefer mechanical or automatic watches rather than a quartz watch. And that includes me. I normally prefer mechanic watches rather than quartz watches. At the end of the 60s, beginning of the 70s, there was the quartz crisis, where we all know that a lot of Swiss brands went bankrupt because of Seiko and the quartz movement. Yeah, well, quartz watches were more precise, more robust, cheaper to produce, and more trustworthy. So there was literally no way an automatic watch or a mechanical watch could be able to beat quartz watches in any way, shape or form. So when this happened, Gerald Genta and Audemars Piguet released what was going to be the savior of the industry. Because that was what this watch was made for. It was made to be the savior of the industry. They changed their focus, they went more of a luxury watch route. And this watch was meant to destroy quartz watches, which was impossible. But then this watch became what it swore to destroy. And this is a Royal Oak, a quartz Royal Oak. And to me, it's not that bad, to be honest. A lot of people say that mechanical watches last way longer than quartz watches. And that's why collectors prefer it. And that statement will be true maybe 99% of times. But just as an example, I've heard about Rolexes that are so old that even Rolex won't take it for service because they don't have the parts, because it's too old. So in that way, that can happen to any watch, mechanical or quartz. But this watch shows how evolution comes in play, how you need to adapt to survive. It's still a luxury watch, it's still a Royal Oak, but it's more precise, more robust in the movement, of course. Now, the Royal Oak has always been super comfortable. When we talk about, the Nautilus, the Royal Oak, some Vacheron models, they are always acknowledged because they are super comfortable watches. But then came the quartz and it became even more comfortable, because look at that. Look at how thin this watch is. It's ridiculous how thin it is. Maybe this is 5-6 millimeters tall, which just makes it, look at this. It's the perfect size, super comfortable. And it's comfortable because it sits perfect on the wrist, but it's comfortable because you go to choose your watches and you just grab it and go. You don't have to wind it. You don't have to set the time. You don't have to set the date, of course, because it doesn't have one. But it's super comfortable, it's super beautiful. Some people would say that gold is tacky. Steel and gold is tacky. But to me it isn't. This is a representation of its era. This watch maybe was made in the 80s and it represents the 80s perfectly. Wacky times. But look at this watch and tell me you don't see the 80s right there. And what I like about this watch is that, yes, it is an AP. It is still a Royal Oak. It is an AP. Comfortable. Two-tone. But it's not a watch that screams for attention. It gives you the permission to look at it, which is different. It doesn't want you to look at it, but she gives permission. That's the difference. I love this watch. I really do. I might keep it. I don't know. Look at this. Wow.